Well, good morning. Welcome to the Clearwater Core. What a joy it is to come here, and as we prepare for worship, to listen to the music of our musicians. I tell you, it just prepares your heart for worship. But we're glad you're here today. Glad you came to worship with us. You know, February has been a busy month in the life of the Clearwater Core, and as we work together to support Salvation Army World Missions, and this past week was no different. And Major Ted will come in now, has an announcement he'd like to make.
Good morning. Just like a few weeks ago, we smelled the aroma of pasties in these halls. This past week, we had the smell of spaghetti and meat sauce in these halls. And it was very great and it was delicious. As you well know, that was another fundraiser for our World Services that we have. And we had over 78 people, volunteers, many of those are here today, that participated in that and made that happen. Over 402 hours of volunteer work to prepare that. If you were a volunteer in any way associated with the spaghetti dinner we had, would you stand up so we can just offer you thanks for being a part of that? Let's stand up, all of you. Thank you so much. It wouldn't have happened without you. In fact, we served over 334 meals that night in 2 sittings and raised over $7,500 for the Salvation Army's World Services effort. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you very much.
I said to someone Friday night, I said, you know, it's not just the money that's raised in something like Friday night, but it's the relationships that are built as you work together. And then the new people that come in and have an opportunity to understand a little more about what the Salvation Army is all about.
I failed to thank the two who are crucially involved with that, and that's Joanne Hatton and Rolane Franz. If you're here, I know Joanne and Rolane. Let's stand up and thank them for leading the spaghetti dinner as well. Sorry about that.
Just an excellent night. As you peruse your copy of the sources for this week, let me just invite you once again to note the opportunities for worship and service. And in addition to those normally scheduled events, just songsters and band members, be reminded that there's no rehearsal on Thursday evening. And the next Sunday, we'd invite you back to Sunday school at 9:30, followed by our Holiness Meeting. Just a reminder to our retired officers that the 2019 sorority reunion, led this year by Clearwater's own Major Paula Fleeman, will kick off on Thursday this week and extend through Saturday with special guests, Commissioners Willis and Barbara Howell, who are the territorial leaders for the Southern Territory. Then on page 3 of the source, filled with details of our upcoming events for our prayer and participation. You know, it's not too early to start planning for Easter with its Good Friday and sunrise services. So just a reminder to note that and place all of those activities on your calendar. Let me encourage you to pay particular attention to the page 4 and our prayer list there. Opportunities for prayer, support, calls, notes of encouragement. And having said that, it's so nice to look out across the audience this morning, the congregation, and see members who have been struggling and are struggling health-wise, and to see them here today. And just want you to know that you've been prayed for, and we're glad to have you worshiping with us today. It's always a joy to have visitors join us for worship, and so we'd like to recognize you this morning. If this is your first time in Clearwater, or if it's been a while since you've been here, and you feel comfortable in doing so, we'd invite you to stand. One of our greeters will bring a microphone, and we'd just like for you to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. So if you're a visitor this morning, please stand.
Good morning. I'm Major Hannah from Syracuse, upstate New York. Escaped the snow for a few days.
I'll do an introduction of, this is Jim and Babs McKee and their granddaughter Catherine, and we have Ashley, and little Grace, you can't see them, but they are Rob and Lori's daughter and Rob's parents.
Hi, we're Cheryl and Chuck Thomas from Citadel, Flint, Michigan, Holly area, and we have a lot of friends and family here. We've been here many times.
She's actually Max Wood's daughter, too.
Let's welcome our visitors this morning. All right. And anytime you're in the area, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you come and visit with us.